Hi, Gary here from Mr. G Shave, back for another Saturday face shave. For those of you that have been watching, what I've been shaving, or the previous videos this week, you'll know what razor I'm using, so I'm going to introduce that last. The brush today is the Yaqi 24mm Mojito. Slightly shorter knot, so I'm expecting this to have a bit more backbone. But yeah, it looks nice. Looks really nice. I do like the look of that. I'll show you again the Yaqi Mojito. So that's that. I'm using, as I often do, my Giles shaving bowl, but this is the one with the thumb grip and the lines in it rather than the ridges. Well, this has got ridges, but you know what I mean, the swirl. And then the blade that I'm using in the razor today, and I might be taking a bit of risk because this is a brand new razor and a completely different way of shaving, in my opinion. It's going to be interesting. So there may be claret, who knows. But I'm using a Nacet blade. And the razor, for those of you who don't know, is the Razorine Flatboy. And this is the razor. I've shown it, I think I showed it on Wednesday. Don't think I showed it yesterday, but so this is the Flatboy. Now this has been customised by John June, and John's the main, well, I think he is the only vendor for these particular razors. He may be the vendor for some of the other razors that Razorine do. So, but he's plated this in nickel, so it's nickel plated. And if I take the handle off, I'm going to show you the base plate. He's painted in the details below. I'm going to need my glasses to read it. It basically says solid brass and made in Italy. So yeah, fantastic looking razor. And the reason it's called a Flatboy, I may as well just take this off, is because the blade is completely flat. There's no curvature in the blade, nothing. And when you look at the base plate, that's the base plate there. Come on, focus. Why is it not focusing? It's trying to find me for some unknown reason. Here we go. So that's the base plate. And the base plate has got Razorine on the inside of the base plate. So there you go. So that looks great. So I'm going to put the head back on. I do find the blade slightly awkward to put in because it moves fairly easily around. The nubs that hold the blade in place are not very tall, so the blade can easily move. So I'm just making sure, and I'm checking that the alignment is spot on. Tightening up nicely. So there it is. Beautiful looking razor. If you buy this direct from Razorine, I think it comes in brass. But this is something that John does. He plates razors. So and he restores vintage razors as well. So yeah, well worth checking him out. I will put his website below. So there we are. So that's the hardware. I'm going to get myself ready for the shave and I'll be right back. Right, back, ready for the shave. Let's get some water on. So I hope you've all had a great week and you're enjoying your weekend. Pre-shave today is going to be pears. I've had a few new subscribers and I've had a few new products into them, but mostly to the subscribers, thank you very much for joining the channel and supporting the channel. You know, it's always reassuring to think, you know, to know that you're doing something right because people are still subscribing. I think if people stop subscribing, I'd probably still do the videos anyway. But even so. Alright, let's just rub this in. So this was Pear's Glycerin Soap. And that feels great. Clean my fingers off. Get the slickness off. Right, the soap today is new to the den. And I got it as a sample. It's been recommended to me. The first person to recommend it to me was Stuart. He sends me quite a lot of messages on WhatsApp, I think it is. So he's been sort of recommending this product for quite some time, and I bought a load of samples, and I don't even know whether you're going to be able to read this, but it says Frankincense Lavender and Bergamot. So I've actually got 8 samples. So let's try and get that in as close as possible. So there you go. That's the ingredients and the name. So Frankincense, Lavender and Bergamot. And I thought that was very interesting. And it came in wax wrapping paper like that. And it's quite soft. It really is quite soft. It's still a soap. It's not a croap. It's still what I would call a soap. But yeah, that looks great, and the scent of it is out of this world. And Stuart really rates this. And then somebody else recently, I think it was in my last video, I think it was either the last video or the one before it, talked about using this particular brand. Oh, I haven't told you who it is. I got it from Carl and Samantha Blackburn. There you go. Seaside Soap and Skincare is the company, and they're on Etsy, and there's actually all the contact details there, so I'll put that in there. So if you want to look them up, and they set on the back of the card, they have a message there. Thank you so much for your support. It really means a lot to us, Carl and Samantha. So there you go. And I haven't contacted them. I just ordered. So I don't even know whether they know that I'm a YouTuber, but I think it was about £30 for 8 samples, which is pretty good. And I think they're fairly reasonable. So again, I will put a link below in the description to their Etsy store. The scent off this is stunning. It's a 5 or a 6, and you're definitely getting the frankincense, the lavender. I almost get citrus off this. Bergamot, yeah. So you've got bergamot in here. So there's the citrus. Lathers up quite well. Took about 10 sprays. So what's that? That's 5 teaspoons of water in total. Added gradually, and it's produced a great lather. So I'm looking forward to this. Never used this before, and it's a bit of a risk to do it when I'm using such a different razor. But yeah, a bit more water on the face, and let's get to it. Oh, it just wafts up at you. Wow, really nice. It's quite an unusual combination of scents, but it works. It really works. I'm loving this. Ooh, bloop. If anything, for a DE shave, this might be. This is almost there for a cutthroat and a bit. Well, I don't suppose you can have it too hydrated for a DE, but I do prefer it a little bit thicker for a DE. But that's fine. Right, so what's different with this razor? Because the razor blade is held perfectly flat, so it's not bent like the contour of the cap. It's not bent at all, it's absolutely straight. So for that reason, you've got to, the technique of using this razor apparently is that you've got to ride the cap. So you go in at 90 degrees and then slowly come down. Wow, oh, that's really good. I'm impressed with that. I like that. There's plenty of blade feel. Plenty of blade feel. It's just a completely different technique because you're going in at that angle, so you place it flat to the head and then just bring it down until you can feel the blade cutting. This is the first time I've used a Razorine. I've been given one by a guy called Billy. And I don't know how I did it, but in reorganising all my cupboard and everything, it was stuck at the back and I'd forgotten completely about it, and I will now try it. But it's the one where the head, if you imagine this head, just gets twisted out so it's in line with the handle. Yeah, that's the one. So I'm going to give that a go at some point, especially after using this. This feels great. Feels absolutely fantastic, really efficient. And the Nacet works really well in this. I mean, I tell you what it feels like. It feels like I'm using a straight razor or a shavette. Weird, really weird. I wasn't expecting that. Right, so pass one done. No rouge yet. But you know, this is not a beginner razor. This is a razor for somebody who's been shaving for a while and knows what they're doing. This is not something I would recommend for a beginner. I mean, you could, you know, there's nothing stopping you if you're a beginner, but seriously, you are taking, you might want to know where the closest blood bank is. It's not, I mean, it feels more aggressive than the No143. I've got to say that. It definitely feels more aggressive than that. And if you're not careful, you will cut yourself, I'm sure. And I'm kind of half expecting to, because the technique is so different. But yeah, very impressed at this point in time. So across the grain on this side is straight up. Listen to the feedback. Wow, it's going to be interesting against the grain, that's for sure. So I've just got to remember flat and just bring it slightly over. And the habit is, because of the muscle memory that I've got, is slowly move it into the 30-degree angle, and then it won't work at all. Still quite a bit left, but I'd expect that. I mean, I think it's a technique you're going to have to learn. It's not something you're going to get straight away. I mean, I'm very pleased so far with how it's performing, but I'm sure that will improve as I sort of gain the technique, because it's almost like learning to shave all over again. That's amazing. The soap is working really well. It's giving me plenty of slickness, so great performance so far. And the brush, well, it's a Yaqui. I would say it's got a slightly stiffer knot to it because it's a shorter loft, but it feels like a Yaqui brush, and I do like it. I mean, this scent, oh, this is just coming up in wafts. Really well done. It's about the perfect scent strength for me. I would say it's definitely a 6 out of 10 when you start putting it on your face, and it seems to build as you go through the passes. Really nice. I think I may have chosen the wrong aftershave, but because this has got a much more citrusy scent than I thought it would have. But I should have realised with it having bergamot that it would be citrusy. I don't know whether I'm gonna. I might when I do the post shave, when I stop, I may go and get a citrus aftershave, because the one I've chosen is very woody. The Marks and Spencer Wood Spice. Right, now remind me after this pass I'm going to do basically I have to do another redraw because NavM didn't respond, Actor hasn't responded, so I've got to redraw the giveaway again. So this time I hope that the person, whoever it is that wins this, gets in touch. I've given up on waiting, so I've actually received Glenn's prize today in the post, so I'm going to package it up with a Yaqui brush as well and send that off to him in Canada. So anyway, here we go. So across the against the grain now. So I'm going to start like that, bring it in. Feels really weird. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Stunning. So ride the cat. The feedback is absolutely incredible. Absolutely fantastic. So let's get some spray on the face and see how we've done. Okay, pickups in the usual spots and up here. I think I need to go against the grain that way on both sides there. And the usual, I've got a bit left here. So a pickup pass is definitely required, and I'm not surprised because, you know, this is such a different razor to use. That I think it's a whole new technique. But wow. It is definitely one of the most efficient razors I've ever used. DE razors, that is. But it's a real experience. It's a good bit of fun as well. So here we go. This is really slick soap. I'm going to need some alum. Wow. That's pretty BBS. That's absolutely brilliant, and what fun. So here we go. Oh, that actually I think was an old cut that I've opened up. That's not from this. I've taken the top off a cut that I did before. If you go back a few videos, I cut myself exactly there. Only a graze, but and I've got a few little nicks there as well by the looks of it. So yeah, just goes to show you this is a really aggressive beast. Stunning, absolutely stunning. Really like that razor. Even though I've cut myself, I'm not surprised. It's a completely different technique. But yeah, I'm going to clean up. Oh, and I need to do that. I tell you what, I'm going to do I'll clean up and I'll come back and do the draw. I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. I've cleaned everything up. Only a little bit there. And that's actually probably stopped by the time I cleaned the brush and the razor and everything else. Then, oh, I didn't clean the bowl. I may as well do that. The soap was absolutely stunning, and I will definitely be buying more of their products. So that's the Seaside Skincare, and they're on Etsy. So I will, as I say, put a link below. But based on the performance of that soap, fantastic. Plenty of slickness. Amazing scent. I would say is a 5 or 6 out of 10. When you put it on the face, the scent just seems to build as you go through the different passes. The Mojito brush from Yaki, love it, absolutely love it. I do think it's got a little bit more backbone than some of the other Yaki brushes because I think the loft is that bit shorter. But other than that, it's a stunning looking brush, so can't go wrong. And at the prices they charge, what can I say? And I'll talk about the Razorine at the end. All I can say is wow. Anyway, right, I'm going to do the cold rinse and put the alum on, and then while that's working, because I think this is going to sting, I'll do the giveaway. Oh, that's so nice. But I didn't go out and get any more aftershave, I forgot, so I'll just use what I've got. Right, alum, here we go. I'm expecting this to burn. Not as bad as I thought. Well, you see, with alum I can actually feel I've missed a bit there, but it's fine. I'm not going to go over it again. Yeah, it's burning down here where we saw a little bit of claret. I would even though it is burning, it's only about a 4 or 5 out of 10. So it's a lot better than I expected. Oh yeah, that one stings. But that is opening, I opened up that's a previous injury. But other than that, it's all good. Right then, let's do this giveaway. Hopefully this time, as I say, the comment picker picks someone who's actually going to respond, because now twice that nobody's claimed their prize. So I think the first was Nav-M and then Actor on Monday. Don't want that, don't want that, don't want that. Okay, so where are we? I did have it all loaded up, so I must have it on a different page. There it is. So let's get comments. 64. So it's the YouTube comment picker again, same one. I've put the URL in, filter duplicate users, filter comments based on a specific text. So that should, oh yeah, there it is, hashtag Mr. G Shave. And I've got the YouTube comments, and there's 64. So let's scroll that all the way up and we push start, and let's hope that this time we have some success. Ha! I know I've got success with this one. Stuart George. I don't really need to add to your collection, Stuart. But I know you will respond. He's a regular commenter, and he's actually the guy, weirdly enough, that recommended the Seaside soap and skincare company. Wow. So congratulations, Stuart. You can pick a Wickham soap and lotion, I think, or a signature soap and splash. If you let me know as soon as possible, but I'm sure you will. Congratulations, I'm really pleased. He's been with me for probably since the beginning of my channel, so very deserved winner, and finally picked somebody that I recognised. But yeah, okay, so Stuart, you know what you got to do, get in touch by either method that you get in touch with me normally, because I've had a message off him today showing me what he's been shaving with, so there was no setup there. I pushed the start button and it picked him up, so brilliant as far as I'm concerned, absolutely brilliant. Right, okay, let's get this alum off. Yeah, well, I'm absolutely certain that this prize will be claimed. Absolutely certain. But if you've got them all, Stuart, which you might have, because I know how much you're like a magpie. You're always buying soaps and lotions and things like that. You may have all of their ranges. So if you have, that's tough. You're going to have to get a duplicate. But yeah, okay. Right, so let's put on I'm almost at the end. I remember doing this last time, and it seemed to last forever. It's the Boots, oh no, it's finished. Boots Tea Tree and Witch Hazel. Oh, God, that's stinging a bit. Oh, wow. Wow. That's definitely got a sting, even after the alum. So what it would have been like if I hadn't used alum, you can imagine. Right, so that's the end of that. Boots Tea Tree and Witch Hazel. And then I'm using Marks & Spencer's original Wood Spice Gentleman. So that's it there. I don't know whether you can see it, or when I haven't got my glasses on. Take it out of the box. That's it in the bottle. Nice glass bottle. I was going to go and get a lemon, but I decided, well, I didn't decide, I forgot. This is a Nice Aftershave. Oh wow, that's got a serious burn there. 7 out of 10. Wow. Actually, it goes quite well. It goes quite well because I think it goes well with the frankincense. I could identify all of those scents on that soap, which you can't say about many soaps. You know, this, I'll show it to you again. The Seaside and Skincare Soap Company. Great success. Great success. So yeah, I will be buying some more. I'll be using some more of their soaps intermittently. I'm probably that was slick enough for a straight razor shave, so you know, I will probably use it Wednesday. I'll use a different one on Wednesday. Ted Baker, I think this is stage 3 or step 3 it's called, and it smells of lavender. It doesn't really tell me on the back of the ingredients whether it's got lavender, or it doesn't tell me about any scents in it, but it definitely smells of lavender. So I'm only putting that much on. Yeah, it's quite a thick post-shave balm, but it leaves your skin feeling great. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the shave. If you want to get one of these, I would certainly wait until you've got a bit of experience with a normal DE razor before attempting to use one of these. But the Nacet in this worked really well. It was a risk because the Nacet's quite an aggressive blade, quite a sharp blade. But I just felt, you know, that was the right blade for the occasion. And it worked. It certainly worked. And I've got a BBS result, really good BBS result. So unusual and great fun to use. So, as I say, John June's details, link to his website will be below. Go and get one if you think you're good enough. But yeah, fantastic. All right, I'll see you now on. I haven't got a Battle of the Blades for Monday, so I'll see you now on Wednesday for my straight razor shave, and I will be featuring another one of those Seaside soaps or Seaside and Skincare Company soaps on Wednesday. So bye now.